Alrighty then, time to revise another recipe. This is called cassoulet with lots of vegetables. I'm not sure what a cassoulet is, but it looks like some kind of beef and bean stew. So I'm not using any beef, and I've changed things around a bit, but here goes nothing. The ingredients are Morningstar Farms fake sausage. I'm making a small version, so I've got 2 of those sausage links. I have a sweet potato I'm using instead of a carrot, and it's probably a half a cup. 1 medium to large zucchini, which they said to cut in about a 1/2 inch size, so I cut the zucchini in half and then placed each half on the cutting board and just sliced about 1/4 inch thick of my 1/2 inch wide zucchini slices. So there are the zucchini, and it also calls for crushed tomatoes. I'm going to use 1 cup, and it says to have some chicken stock, vegetable broth, or something on hand, and I have the vegetarian broth. I have a cup set aside, and white beans, and I already hard-boiled my white beans. I soaked them last night and cooked them this morning, and they were 1/4 cup when they were dry, so they're probably a 1/2 cup now. And I'm going to turn the burner on, and the other ingredient is a leek, not a leech, a leek. I don't think I've ever bought one before, and it doesn't really tell you what to do with it. It just says 1 leek or an onion sliced. So I'm going to use this leek. I'm cutting off the bottom, and I'll just cut up a bit. To me, it looks like a really large scallion. And you know, when you do green onions or scallions, you try to get a bit of this green, but I don't know how that's going to work out for me. And the first part of the recipe then is to saute. In his, it was saute the beef in oil and let it brown, oil and garlic. So I'm going to simmer fry my sausage with the garlic, and then it says to remove it from the pan. So I should have something to put it in when I remove it. Way too big containers. Okay, and the spices are salt and pepper, parsley, bay leaves. I thought it said thyme. It did. And thyme. And unfortunately, I have this parsley that it also calls for, but it's not fresh parsley. And, well, it's just what I have, so I'm going to use the dry parsley. So that pan's gotten warm, and I'm going to simmer fry this sausage, not very long. And while it's simmer frying, I'll cut up these leeks and see if I can, or that leek, and see if I can get an idea of the calorie content on it, because that's not something I used before, and I like to get that calorie content at the end of the meal. We'll have to check that out. So I don't know how much to put in here, or what these taste like. Oh, but when I looked up leek on the USDA's database, I saw that it has protein in it, more than you would expect from a vegetable, and vitamin C, iron, that's what was surprising. It has iron and vitamin C, more than you would expect from a vegetable, so that was pretty cool. Okay, I want some of the green part too, but these leaves don't look very healthy. Alright. I don't know, I guess I will use that much. That looks pretty good. So if you have a scale at home, you can find out the calories in the items that you use by weighing them. And if you know the calorie per gram, then you would just multiply it. So for that little bit of leek was 40 calories. I'm going to add that to my list over here, and I think that was the only thing I was missing. So after you simmer fry this, you remove it from the pan, and then you simmer fry all the rest of your vegetables and add your tomatoes. Let's see exactly what the recipe tells us to do. So I'll take that off, And then I will add, then you add the garlic. Well, too late, I already added the garlic. Leeks, and my sweet potato, and my zucchini, and I season it with salt and pepper, but I'm just going to use pepper for that. I'm going to cook that 5 minutes, and then I will add the tomatoes and the broth, and the sausage back, and the rest of the spices, bring that to a boil. Then I'm going to add the beans, bring those to a boil, and then I'm going to let everything simmer for 20 minutes. At least while watching the video you can go, what? And rewind and start over. So I think you have that on your side. Alright, so I think that's good enough. So I will remove this. And I should do this in a way that I don't spill it right in front of everybody. But it's just not like me. Like me to do it that way. So what did I say I was going to add next? Garlic, but I'm not going to do that. And in that recipe it said, you know, keep back some of the oil, but we're not using oil. So I will spray my pan again. And I believe I'm supposed to add my sweet potatoes and my leeks, and maybe my zucchini. Yes. See, you too can improvise. It's rather fun. Lost one. Well, now that my cat ran away, I don't have to worry so much about cat hair getting in the food. Do sort of miss the little fellow though. Maybe he'll come back. So this is very colorful. That looks good. I'm going to simmer fry it. That's what we do on this YouTube channel. We simmer fry. And some pepper. Very lovely. Alright, so this is supposed to cook for a few minutes before we add the other things. So I'm going to try to zoom in on this shot and then turn the camera off for a while.